Once you have your environments, the next step is to create the experiments. For this, we need to use the experiment menu. When creating a new experiment, you have two options that are built into VREX. First is change blindness and the other is memory. So let's start with change blindness experiments. Naturally, first you need a name for your test, which would be just blindness, and the tag, which is short and sweet. And next you have to really think about the elements of your experiment. What will be the first element that the subject sees? Usually this would be some sort of welcome text, especially inside VR. So let's add such a text. Let's add "Welcome to the experiment." After that, we want to teleport the player into the first environment. Now we have two already set up, so let's use the second one with 2 rooms and 24 objects. Here we could also specify time limit, but currently let's just leave it as it is. Now after we save the experiment, we get 2 new buttons. One is to test the experiment and the other is to actually run the experiment. So let's test it out on ourselves. And lo and behold, the first thing we see is a welcome text. Now if I would have a VR headset connected to the computer, this would all be stereoscopic and inside the VR headset. Now once the player or subject is comfortable and ready to begin, they could just hit the response key on their mouse or other peripheral, and this experimenter can then hit the start key on the keyboard, which is currently under the letter N. And now we are inside the first room. And since this is a change blindness experiment, there must be something changing in here. And the player can move around using either keyboard or the gamepad, and just look around and find things that might be changing or might not be changing. Once the player subject thinks that they have really found what is this one object that is changing, or 2 or 3 objects, they can hit the response key on their gamepad or mouse and then point at the object that they think is changing. Currently, I think this drawer is acting really weird. So I'm going to point at it and click left mouse button. And it shows that one object is selected, but something is still missing. I don't think I can find the other one. So after clicking it, it shows that I did correctly identify this object, but I missed the huge chair. And after this round, the experiment will end. Next we will look at the memory experiments.